Are you showing up authentically in your business? Are you challenged with trying to find the right things to say or being on video and creating that sort of unique experience that's just you? Well, on today's Master It Monday, I have the honor of a very special guest who's going to talk about the authentic business. Now, Alexa is an owner and founder of Alexa Oliveri International, a brand that's focused on bringing happiness and success into people's work. She is an intuitive business advisor who helps people bring their business dreams to life. She integrates relaxation practices with logic and accountability so that you can achieve and transform your business to from whatever level it currently is. She has over 15 years experience. The lady is talented and she's got it in corporate America and she has been running her own business. So, for over a decade, Alexa was the director of marketing and business development and general manager of two national retail real estate companies where she led corporate hundreds of small and big businesses through transformation and success. Now, Alexa was recognized as Westchester Magazine's 30 Under 30 Business Wonderkins for her work as a community leader. She is a mother and resides in the woods of Fairfield County. In her free time, she enjoys yoga, journaling, and exploring with her family. And after that, all of that, it doesn't even come close to listening to her speak. So let us give a warm welcome to Alexa Oliveri. Hello, Alexa.
Hello, Maggie. Thank you so much for that introduction. I need to have you be with me all the time.
Anytime. I'm all about the presenting and the theater and the stuff like that's my authentic business, right? It's
Totally.
bringing that life, sometimes I actually do feel like an announcer every once in a while, right? Like that MC that comes in, and ironically, MC is my initials, so there you have it.
Nice
Yes,
synchronicity, and you nailed it. The whole thing. Awesome.
wonderful. So, Alexa, why don't you tell my listeners a little bit about you outside of what we see in what I just said and in your bio or on your socials? Tell us a little bit more. Let us get a little bit of insight as to who you are.
Yes. So I think that, in one of the best ways that our story is integrated is how you and I met and came to know one another. And that was when I was the director of marketing and business development for a mall in Westchester. And Maggie was the leader of the Hamlet Hub. It was very passionate about getting communication out, spreading the word, getting people involved, and extending the ripple. And so I was super interested in partnering with you, Maggie, because I'm interested in partnering with people that want to go out into the world and do it. They know what their gifts are, they honor those gifts, and then they use them to help others. They use them to help the planet evolve. And on a really deep, deep, deep sense, that's what I feel like we all are here to do, especially in the lens of business. We're all in it to service and help one another. And we all have a unique way in which we do that. So I am very, very passionate about collaborating and partnering with people that just are in their space and they get it. And they want to share their wisdom with others so that each other and all of us can shine brightly. So that's really in general what I'm passionate about in my life. So whatever job title or role that I've held in the past, I always work from that space and that core essence.
And it's so, like when we met, right? I had a totally different business, right? Like I didn't master it media, wasn't even in play. And you inspired like ideas and how to promote your business and how to like we had a whole in the mall we were in, we had this huge um uh ribbon cutting ceremony that the local chamber got involved in, and then I reached out to a lot of the stores that were in the mall, and they
Yes.
contributed to the event, right? Everybody got a bag with tons of stuff to take home, right? It
Yes.
cost me nothing, right? Because I built relationships, people knew who I was, they got that um that sense of this person cares about the community, right? Cares about the business. She's here to help promote, right? Just like you were bringing this added value to the mall and the organization, and this is how unique ways of promoting our business. Sometimes we get stuck in the pitch, right? The pitch is important, but it shouldn't be the first thing we hit with, right? Like, it shouldn't be. What do you find to be helpful for a business owner that maybe just starting out, or maybe hit a bump in the road with their business and they're lagging a little bit with clients and getting leads? What do you think a business should do?
So the first word that came to mind for me was trust, and is trust. And it came to mind when you were speaking and you were talking about how you were garnishing buy-in from local businesses and retailers to be a part of this event. And that was because they trusted you. You went in and made one-on-one in-person meetings. You spoke to them about what it is that you were looking to do, and you got them to buy in. So I see the same is true in social media and what we created in the Authentic Business and this amazing series that's going to wrap the logical mind and the application of social media with awakening what your authentic self is as a leader in your business. And the first and foremost place to begin is trust. Trust in yourself that you are on the right path and bringing this business passion, this work into the world, and creating trust within your community, creating trust within your clientele, and creating trust within your future clientele, those that are watching your content. So, trust integrated into your content equals clientele, equals expansion of your community. So, I think that's always the first place to start.
Right. And we talk about this series that Alexa and I are developing to help businesses kind of explore how to do that. I think sometimes we're so mired in, we get nervous and how am I going to make the money? I need to make the money. I need to do this. Money is not the driving force for your business. I hate to say it, right? But it isn't. Money is yes, we're not doing this for free, right? We don't run our businesses as a free entity. But what we are doing is we're providing such an extreme value that people are exchanging their monetary assets in exchange for important value. And that's how you have to look at your clients. Are they getting their money's worth? Are they receiving the whatever it is, whatever the gifts you have that you're offering, right? So with this series, Alexa has so many things that we're developing, the different aspects in this series. Can you tell us a little bit about why? I know why, but tell our listeners, why did you approach me and say, "Hey, Maggie, we need to do something." Like I think there's something that people are missing because we see people's social media, right? We see them in person and at networking groups, and they're missing something, right? What's that thing you think they're missing?
So I think that first of all, which reintroduced myself to you was your visibility on LinkedIn and you owning this brand of Master at Media. And I thought it was so profound that there was no attachment to the outcome of you and I. We were simply on a Zoom call, and I started to talk about the power behind the intention, which is a logo color, right? And why you specifically chose those colors to be on your website, and why do you choose these colors to be in your business cards? And you spoke about the color purple. And obviously, it's clear to all the viewers that purple is a huge part of Master at Media and Maggie's brand. And why that's important is because when Maggie's clients are out into the world and they see something that's purple, they identify Maggie with that color. And that's because that's a color that's innately comes through for Maggie that she brought in, you, Maggie, I'm speaking with, that you brought into your brand. And so then people connect you with that. So it's about merging your personal passion, who you are, because you are the leader of your business. You also have a family. You also have your own hobbies and own things that you're passionate about. And all those things integrate into one. So, how do you use those to fuel and feed your business?
Mm. And because I think people tend to get stuck in the, well, I have to be this way, or I have to say these words, and I can't really let my hair down. I've got to be, that certain, and no, it's not really true. It's something that actually works against you. If you're not being true to yourself, you're not being your authentic self, what tends to happen is it comes through, whether it's digitally, whether it's in person, whether, people feed off of the energy that we express, right? Like part of, I talk about my core values, right? Like honesty, integrity, right? This goes beyond my business, right? Like creativity, intelligence, education, right? Those are my core values that everything runs through that filter, right? Everything runs through. And when I post something on social media for my business, it's running through my core values, who I am, the essence of who I am. And it also then gets filtered through my brand, right? Every single picture I select, every font, every word that we talk about in describing what we do has to be run through that filter of your brand. So, that being said, how do you come to these? And this is where the training comes into play, right? How do you do this? And this is what we're going to be teaching is these methods and helping you really zone in on you, because it's not going to be the same thing. How Alexa reflects her brand is going to be different. The way I reflect my brand, and to how you reflect your brand for you, your personality, your core values, your mission, your vision statement, right? All of those things that people are kind of like, they write them and then they forget them, right?
Right.
Or they don't update. Look, my business 4 years ago is totally different to what it is today. So my mission and vision and get updated. My core values are my core values. They're going to be what they are, right?
Well, they always say in life that the only constant in life is change, right? And
Yes.
that is the same rings true for your business, is that you think, all right, I have this all together. This is it. Oh, wait, no, this changed. This is evolving. This is moving. So keeping everything fluid with a structure, yet fluid. And I think that what you touched upon before was very poignant. Like, I think that we have this mentality and this mindset that we need to compartmentalize who we are. So if we're a business owner, it goes into this bucket. And then if we're a mother or a father, it goes into this bucket. And then, oh, that's right. This is who we are with our friends. And this is how we appear in networking. But the thing about it is that your power as a business leader, as the boss, as the CEO of your company comes through in integrating all of those aspects of you. Every single piece of you is funneled into who you show up as the leader of your business. And I think now more than ever, the times are showing that we want your authentic self. The world wants you to be authentic. That's why content creation does better, especially on like a TikTok scene or on Instagram, when you're more real. I mean, you see videos that are hitting 1 million, 2 million, 5 million views and plus, and you're not done up in these videos. There's no, makeup artists and fashion people and all this stuff that are curating this video to be. A lot of times it's someone like sitting on their couch and they just take out their phone and they're being their authentic self, right? Because again, that builds trust. You could see, the viewer sees who this person is that's creating this content. It's not an actor or an actress. And so I think that the world is calling for each of us to be more authentic. And touching upon, like you said, your core essence, right? Your core values of what makes you you. I would say that a huge piece of me, I base it all more so on astrology, astrology side. So everybody uses their own modality to find out more about who they are. And I'm a Virgo sun. And so sometimes Virgo, while they're super structured and organized in a lot of ways, it actually can kind of fall into the line of perfectionism. And what even is perfectionism? Like, there's no such thing as being perfect. So even before we got on this amazing video call, you had said, Maggie, you said, regardless of what happens, we are continuing to record this. If we forget our words, if we stumble, if a bird, I hope a bird doesn't fly into the window, but if a bird flies into the window,
I hope
we're
not.
still going to record because that's real life. And people want to see real these days.
Yes.
So how could you be more real? And that's what we teach in the authentic business, is how to really be honest, true, real, and authentic.
And some of it is letting go of these feelings that we have inside of us, right? That it's not that we don't want to be that honest, authentic self. It's that these things, these voices in our heads, or these feelings that we have are are causing us to doubt or to present that like it's kind of like a block. I have a background in theater, and I would teach kids. I'm like, look, I can't teach you stage presence. That has to come from within, right? Your internal energy has to come out in a free and unencumbered way. And that's when people start realizing I was on a call the other day. I'm going to share a little bit. I was on a call the other day, and I could tell this woman had a wall up, right? And I was trying to find out about her and her business, and there was something, and then just a glimpse. I made a joke. She dropped, the wall dropped, right? And I'm
Mhm.
like, oh wow, like that was I saw you, and I was so excited because her whole face changed, right? Because that inner energy, right, changes your outward appearance, and it's sometimes it's perception. So when we talk about social media, how does the authentic business help you, or being your authentic self help you grow your business on social? Because sometimes it's the energy, we're together and we're in person, and you can feel the energy going, just sparking between people. But when you're on social media, how do you get that social aspect and that authentic aspect into your social media? It's challenging, right? Because if you do video, which is, video is killing it right now, and
Mhm.
between TikTok and Instagram, making their changes with reels and pushing out reels. Of course, LinkedIn has lives, and YouTube, of course, right? Like, can you be more video than YouTube? It is video. Like, it's all
Mhm.
about searching and building that following and community. Facebook has, right? Every major platform has video. How are you using that? How are you using your graphics and your animations? But what words are you using? That's another key thing.
I think too, with everything that you just said, is just start. Just
Mhm.
start. Take your phone out and start talking to your camera. Just, I wonder what this would be like. I wonder what I would say. I wonder what happens when I hit the red button and I'm all of a sudden, live, or I'm recording. So I think that, like, playing, like, we don't give enough, like, credit to play in this life. And playing is the number one thing that we can do in business, because it really is all play. I
Right.
mean, I can tell you, I've been doing videos for a number of months now, and I could see a big difference from the first video that I recorded to what I'm recording now. And I think that everybody has to start off as a beginner. Everybody has to learn and change and grow and adapt. So don't not do something because you're fearful that it wouldn't like look the right way or you're not saying the right thing. It really is like a jump off, a starting point, and then you have content to look back at and grow from there. Like, oh, this worked out really well for me. This didn't really work out well. But to be paralyzed and stop in the fear doesn't do you justice. And by the way, it doesn't do your clientele, your future clients in the community that you're building justice either, because again, you have a unique reason why you're running your business, and it's to help and service the world. And the longer you delay putting yourself out there, the longer you delay helping others. So, if you get anything out of this time today, it's to start, to video, to record, even if it's something silly, just put it out there and play with it. It don't, nothing is really so serious. We make it so serious all the time. It's really not.
Right.
It's a game. We're all in a game.
Well, and that's the thing, like, think about when you go on social media, and look, we're coming here from, and, we wanna help, right? So we're not being judgmental, look, everybody starts at 0, right?
Mhm.
Everybody starts at 0, everybody is starting new, and think about life and the life lessons you've learned, right? We learn from our mistakes. If we did it perfect, which is impossible, but if we did it perfect the first time out the gate, where's the growth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're going to change and you're going to evolve. And it's one of those things where get the support you need. You could do this on your own, right? Like there are many things I have tried to do on my own. And I've realized, why am I doing this? I'm going to get someone who has the experience, who has the knowledge in the area that I don't have the knowledge, because guess what? They're going to give me the shortcut. They're gonna make
Yes.
it faster and easier for me to accomplish what I wanna do, because that's what we wanna do in our business. We wanna move it forward. We wanna, somebody had shared with me, you want speed to implementation, right? We
Mhm.
wanna get it going. We don't wanna be you could well, like, I see this happen with social media graphics all the time. I'm a fan of Canva, right? We talk about Canva. I love Canva, right? Now, Canva is a tool that is used for graphic design. Now, I could spend an hour looking for the right photo
Mhm.
in or the right video or the right words to say or the what, and what ends up happening is I could have found something in 2, 3 minutes that would have been good, and it would have I'm not going to earn an hour's worth of my time by picking, between one photo I found in the first 5 minutes to one photo I found in the 60 minutes I was looking.
Yes, that's where we get paralyzed in the perfectionism, right?
Oh,
And
I
so the
love that.
greatest the greatest thing that we could do is recognize that and not hold judgment against ourselves and say we're all human. And you connected it back to, when you were teaching stage presence and that fear. A lot of times what's happening is that there's programming, there's fear-based mindsets that we all have that come into play, and it's really not you speaking. It's
Mm,
just even break it down to growing up in your household and how is that structure, right? And a lot
right.
of times, if you are you're the CEO of your own business. For in my case, I left a corporate job, I left a corporate role, and a lot of people would be like, "Why would you ever do that? That's an income that's guaranteed every other week. You get paid. There's health insurance, all of these other things." Well, it's because I am born to do what it is that I'm doing now, and greater success is brought through risk, is brought through jumping off that figurative cliff and saying, I know that this is what I'm meant to do and I'm going to do it. So that is just a reminder for you. If you have those fear-based thoughts coming in, that you have this passionate idea that you want to turn into a business, or that you have a business that you're looking to grow and expand and fully receive in income what it is that you're worth, just recognize at times that a lot of times those fear-based thoughts are not you speaking. So, in the Authentic Business course, it is a 4-week course that Maggie and I are doing this beautiful dance of integration through. And Maggie is so skilled and knows much more than I do about the platforms and what to actually do and how often to appear and all the specifics that go into the social media platforms. And we could literally spend weeks just on one platform individually, but this is going to be an amazing dive into what these platforms are. um your customer avatar, who are you looking to reach? Your leadership avatar, who are you and who are you showing up as? And what is the plan? How are you going to put all this together and move forward on your path? So we're doing this, and we're providing all of these logical steps, and we're marrying it with what may be considered illogical, no, considered relaxation. Seriously, approaching this in a way where we are going to drop in the most easy and fun way to arrive at the answers to these questions, to arrive at greater clarity in a way that's like, it's fun, it's playful. And I guarantee you, you will receive wisdom from this. And I guarantee you that after this series, you will feel so much more comfortable than you are now owning your space in the online world. It's a huge space and you get a piece of it. So it's your opportunity now to utilize it to further your business. And we are here. Maggie and I are here to teach you this. We feel very passionately about what it is that we teach individually and collectively. So that's the authentic business in a nutshell. Is there anything more that you would like to add about it, Maggie? What
Well,
do you think?
this is where, I want to highlight Alexa's skill set. Like the we get caught up in the things we people say we should do, right? You should be on Facebook, you should be on Instagram, you should be on TikTok, you should, right? And then what happens is you start going all over the place, and you do a little bit here and a little bit there, and you're not really sure what to post. So you come up with something because that's what you think is right, right? But there's n- there's not the thought that goes behind it, right? So Alexa teaches you to stop, think. But in order to think, you can't think, oh, okay, so I got to call in 5 minutes, and I got to do a video, and then I got to post something, and then so I'm giving myself 2 minutes to think about my business during the
Mhm.
day. How much time do we dedicate to think about our business? But it's not just thinking about the business, right? Because I could think about the business, and I'm thinking right now, like all those things, and I'm stressing out. Alexa puts you in this relaxed state, so you're able to kind of zone in on what's important, right? So that, and then gives you thoughts that, gives you thought. What would you call them, Alexa? Like almost like inspiration, but like a food for thought, but something more.
I would say inspiring questions.
There you
And
go.
because the best person that knows how to navigate your business is you. You are the holder. You are the holder of all the wisdom. But we forget, as you were saying, we have this. Okay, the calendar's going off. I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to send out that email. So you're working on your business all the time. But this is an opportunity to work in your business and elevate above your business and see, oh, that's where it is today. Where am I looking to bring it? So, through inspiring questioning, through intuitive questioning that circles around your business, you'll be able to really go, oh, that's right. Clarity comes through because we quiet the mind and we say, okay, how would this feel? How do you want your clients to feel when they look at your social media videos? How do you want them to feel when they go into your website? Like, and really exploring it from that perspective, when all the time we're like, all right, this is what it is that I'm doing. Let me bang this out. Let me get this out on the website. Let me do that. And it's all important and necessary things, but we need to take a step back and work in the heart of our business and elevate above and get an Ariel's view, an Ariel's perspective of what's going on and how can we optimize it.
And that's where, you know that there are tactics that we have in place, right? It's not just theory, and it's not just this generic thing that you kind of have to figure it out. What it is we work with you, develop this. What does it mean for your authentic business? right? Like, how are you building your authenticity and how does it translate? So, regardless of what industry you're in, you could be in the financial industry, you could be in health and wellness, you could be in a technology industry, you could be in the real estate realm, it doesn't matter because the we're guiding you through the steps, right? So you don't have to figure this out. Like I tell people all the time, there are some people who do their own taxes, but for most businesses, they don't. They hire a CPA, right?
Totally.
When you do your financial planning, most people go to a financial planner. When you're developing contracts for your business, you go to a lawyer or a legal service, right? You're not doing these things on your own. But for some reason, because people say, well, we do our own personal social media, so we should be able to do our social media for our business. Or, they jump into something like social media or designing their websites or whatever it is, and then but they haven't done the work because nobody taught them. It's not their fault. Like nobody we go into business because we're passionate about what we do, but we don't look at our business and in these simple questions that are not so simple, right? They're easy to answer, just like you said, Alexa. They're easy to answer because we know what we want. We know what we're looking for. We know what we want to convey. But think about your own purchases that you make for yourself. Are you making the purchase because you've determined, hey, I need this widget? Or are you making the purchase because you have an emotional need? There's something that is not where you want it to be, so you want to find an answer. Like, that's what most people are going to social media for, right? They want to be educated, they want to be entertained, they're looking for a solution to their problem, right? What is the pain point that you're speaking to?
Mm.
Um, and so the authentic business, you can go to theauthenticbusiness.com. You can go, Alexa's going to also have it on her website. You'll also find it on Master It Media. So there's plenty of places you can go. This is a workshop series, so it's a commitment that you
Mhm.
have to make to yourself. This isn't to us. You're not making a commitment to us. You're making it to yourself so that you can build this business foundation, right? Like this is the foundation of your business. And even if you think you've got it, you think you're like, do some self reflection and say, do I really am I really hitting the nail on the head with what I'm saying and how I'm presenting myself, right? That's where I think we're here to help. That getting over those things that block us from being, that taking that who we are personally and pulling that into the business realm. I'm so excited. Like Alexa has some great things that she's going to be doing. I have all these fun tips and tricks and tools that I can't wait to share. So that look, I've hired coaches and consultants, right? I know, right? Right? Like they're so like this is going to be fun. Like you are going to come, you're going to be with these amazing other people, like because we'll be community building as well, right? So you're going to be put into a room, a virtual room, so you can be anywhere, and join us. Um, and here's the thing: you're going to be put in a room with all these people with this high energy stuff. You're going to be getting ideas from us, from each other. We're going to build a community so that you can reach out to each other. You'll have homework. I'm sorry to say there'll be a little bit of homework, right? But it's not going to be a lot and it's not going to be faint. It's the fun stuff. Because look, we're only going to do what we do because we're having fun. Like, think about it, right? Like, if some people actually find washing the dishes very fun, I do not like
Right.
washing the dishes. Right, but
Right.
I enjoy cooking, right? Like, I love cooking, but there are people who hate to cook, right? So we're gonna make it fun because it's basically you, who you are, what you do, why you do it, and where your passion lies, just like Alexa was saying.
Yes, 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 yes. Exactly that. And you know what? It's funny. I have to make a joke about this is that I am technologically very fluent, but in some things, not so much. So you might be hearing these pings and dings. Here we go. Another one. It's because I haven't quite figured out how to detach my phone from my computer. But I take this
Oh.
as this is that this is good news beaconing in. This is a little ding, ding. Like, are you listening? But
It's a
really,
light bulb.
it is. It's a light bulb, but it's like really, if you have sat here and listened to Maggie and I converse for the last 30-ish minutes, it means that you are destined to hear these messages truly, and that this is the next step in your business growth. I mean, I say that because I want you to join the series, of course, but at the same time, it really is truth. Like if you've sat here and you listened and you digested and you learned a few things, even in this conversation, then signing up for the Authentic Business Series is a must for you. And if you do so early, there's a financial benefit to it. There's an early bird pricing. So please check out our websites to sign up to learn more. But this is just the beginning. So I think that if you can like rewatch this, you will find that you will get nuggets out of this that you can apply to your business and your online presence purely in the free 35 minutes that we've provided. And just think about how much more you're going to get out of that when you immerse yourself and decide that you are going to claim your stake in the online world. Every single business, I'm going to say it, people are going to maybe disagree with me, but every single business in this day and age needs to have an online business. They need to represent their brand online. They have to be doing something in this space. And the time now for you is to say, I'm going to learn, I'm going to merge, I'm going to jump in. And if I'm already in, I'm going to swim even bigger. I'm going to extend my radius out even further. And so there's no matter what stage you are in your business, no matter what it is that you're doing, no matter how comfortable you are with social media or not, there is always something to be learned. And I guarantee you, you will learn and apply things to your business's growth by being a part of the whole series. So we cannot wait to see you there.
Yes, and I agree. Look, just take a step back and look at your own buying habits. When somebody says to you, "Oh, you need to call, ABC Plumbing because they're amazing." I don't know if that's a plumbing. I'm just using it as a right. Now, are
Shout out
you just going to call?
to
Shout out to sorry, you just got free advertising. Um, are they going to? Are you just going to pick up the phone and call? Most people don't. What most people are doing is they're going to go on Google, they're going to search.
plumbing.
78% of the population uses Google as their primary search engine. Do you have a
Mhm,
Google My Business page?
mhm,
Do you have a Facebook? When people do a search, do they find your page or do they find your competitor's page?
mhm,
Right? Like these are things that if you don't have an online presence, now we had a client 35 years in business, right? They had a phenomenal in-person, referrals going on and everything that they had a very weak and they knew it. They had a weak social media presence. They had a weak website. Well, they contacted us for their social. One month, they ended up making 40,000 more than they had. The only thing they had changed was us, you know.
nice.
And they took that, they invested some of it in the business to update their website to make it bilingual, right? Like now not only are you hitting like they knew they needed to reach Spanish speaking people, but their website was all English, right? These are things that when you look at your online presence, it's not what it is now, but what are the missed opportunities that you're having? Because let me tell you, if you're not talking about it, your competitor is.
Mhm,
Mm,
mhm.
mm,
Snaps to that. So
yes,
own your space, own your business. You're in
do
it
it.
for a reason. And see Maggie and I in just a few weeks as we take you on this beautiful journey of enhancement and elevation on all the things.
And I just want to thank you, Alexa, for joining me today. You can find Alexa. She is building a personal brand, right? Now, this
Mhm.
is somebody who has a business, multiple businesses, right? She has a physical location. She's building her online presence, right? This is all something you can go and check out Alexa, what she's doing. reach out to her. She is a wealth of information and she is a generous spirit. So you will always feel when you get off a call with her, you're always going to feel happy and content because she's got a way of just making you feel phenomenal. And look, that's why we're here to help you with your business because honestly guys, like we've been through some I mean, look at all of Alexa's experience with what she's done. I've worked for corporate, for government, for nonprofits, and I've seen people struggle. I've seen businesses close because they
Mhm.
just didn't know what to do. Don't let that be you. Come and join us. Have fun doing it because we're going to be having a blast. Maybe we're going to have to integrate some fun music into our
Movement,
intro. And
little
yeah, absolutely.
movement, okay.
Dude,
Get
uh,
people feeling really comfortable in front of the camera, but
yeah,
seriously, yes, we're here to do all the
all
things
the
together.
And so, thank you again for joining us, for joining Master It Monday. Keep in mind that I am here every Monday at 2 o'clock Eastern. Master It Mondays are designed to help your business with those social media tips and tricks. And as you can see, sometimes we bring on an amazing, phenomenal guest who shares
Mhm.
their words of wisdom to help us, encourage us to make our businesses better than they are today and move our stuff forward so we can be getting that ROI. So make sure you join us here. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube live every Monday at 2 o'clock. Remember at Master It Media, we take the commotion out of your promotion. Alexa, thank you for joining me and
Thank
all of
you,
you out
Maggie.
all of you out there. Thanks for joining us for Master It Monday, and we will see you next Monday at 2 o'clock.